to be making another storytime video because a bunch of people wanted me to make it, and I really like this kind of story time. I like this story. It's about the time I snuck out of my house at 5 in the morning. This story is really strange. So, basically, me and my friend, all the names are gonna be kept private, stuff like that, so I don't get in trouble or anything. But me and my friend, if you know the person, by the way, do not comment their name below, please, because I don't feel like getting in trouble again. But I feel like most of my friends will know this person because they used to be my best friend. Maybe they still are. We don't talk anymore that much, so. But basically, this night, me and my friend were like, oh, we want to sleep outside because I have a pop-up camper. So we were like, oh, we want to sleep outside. And this was in the middle of summer, so it wasn't cold, it wasn't hot. It's like just right. Me and my friend stayed up all night until 5 in the morning. And when I get super tired, I start getting loopy, and friends call me Loopy Ashley when I'm in that phase. And I get really, I guess at times I hallucinate, but I get really laughing, giggly. So basically, me and my friend, both in this like kind of tired, exhausted state, decide, let's just go to the park down the street from my house. So we got up, we were like, what if, sorry if you hear my bird, we were like, what if someone comes home because my father went fishing that day? And we were like, what if someone came home? So we closed the camper door and pulled down the latch so it looked like we were still sleeping. And we went to the park. I have some photos of me at the park, but again, I can't show it because the person's face is in those photos. So, but I do have those photos. If you see me in real life, ask for them and I'll show you them. So basically, we went and we had fun. We went to the store near the park, and we just looked around since we had no money. We just looked around and it was fun. Next to the store, there's a big main road. And I promise you, there were no cars. This is a main road, a main road. And there was no cars? What is this? No cars on a main road. And me and my friend thought this was kind of strange, but again, it was 5 in the morning and we didn't really care. So basically, she basically did a cartwheel. This is unsafe. Do not do this, kids. If you sneak out of the house, which you shouldn't, do not do this. She did a cartwheel in the middle of the street, and then we were walking past streets because it was like the main road, and then houses coming off and little roads down there where the houses would be. And we walked down the street because I've never been down it, and I was like, okay, let's walk down it. So we walked down the street, and all of a sudden I hear hee. The creepiest thing ever. Maybe I'm hallucinating, but my friend heard it too. So I instantly got scared and I ran. Me and her ran, and we were like, it's the purge, because that was the time where it was starting to come out, like the movie was being created or something like that. We were running, it's the purge, but then we kindly like stopped and we walked across the street again to the houses again because we ran across. And we were at the houses and we were going down the street, and this is the other street, and I heard first, we heard gobble gobble gobble, but not like how I did, like an actual turkey, but on like a recorder, like something looped over. Like, you know how when like in those shows how they do a broken record and it goes around and keeps skipping like that. But it was the most fakest gobble 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 ever, but it wasn't like that. It sounded like a turkey, but it sounded fake. So I was like, okay, it's just a turkey, like that's strange. I've never seen a turkey where I live, but it's probably just a turkey. So as we heard this noise in one of the streets. So we kept walking past it, but the noise, the gobbling, started to get louder and louder and louder as we went. Like it was getting closer to us. So I finally had enough of it, and I went down one of the streets. Yes, Ashley, English. I went down one of these streets, and I walked to the end of the street where I kind of heard the noise. And basically, this person's house, it was their house. I'll turn this way. It was their house, and pretend this is their house. Like, I'm walking up to it, and this is their house. They had a fence, but this much of the fence, like where I could like stick my body through, was broken and opened. So I stepped in their front yarn. I stepped on their front lawn, and I looked through this little thing. Meanwhile, again, the turkey thing was still like, you could still hear it, and it was coming from that way. So I stepped in it, and all I heard was a twig snap, and I stepped back, and I heard hee again. I ran so fast. We ran back to my house. But I looked around the corner, because I'm like just describing my house right now, like this isn't good. Oh well. So I looked around the corner of my street, and I saw my dad's car. He was standing with his friend in front of my house. And I was like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So me and my friend devised a plan to just run, like stay where we are until they leave. So about 5 minutes go by, they haven't moved. So we walked the back way and then up my street and looked around the corner. I saw them look at us, and I thought they like saw us. So I was like, they saw us, let's just go, like we're gonna get in trouble anyway, they already saw us, so like why not just turn ourselves in? So we start walking, and she goes, wait, no, they haven't seen us, let's just go back, we're gonna get in trouble, go back. So me and her turn around, and as we're at the opposite side of where we were before, we see my dad's friend get in the car. And we're like, okay, good, he's gonna leave. He starts driving towards us. Me and my friend ran so fast away from that car. I'm so happy he never saw us. I just ruined the story. Okay, Ashley, great job. Me and my friend ran so fast away from that car, and we hid behind another car, waiting for this car to go by, which had my dad's friends in it. So we waited for that car to go by because we were looking through like the windshield of the car, and it drove by, and we walked around and looked down my street, and my father was inside. So we went down, snuck through because we could hear him watching TV through my window. So we walked by, and we got in the thing. My friend went to sleep, but I was like, I'm gonna go in, like I'm hungry, like I was starving. So I walked in, and my dad heard me, of course, because the door. I wasn't trying to be sneaky. And I was pretending to be tired. I was like, oh. And he was like, what are you doing up? And I was like, Link was meowing. Link's my cat. And he goes, I just let him out though. And I was like, well, he was meowing and we just woke up. Well, I just woke up and I'm gonna make some pancakes. He goes, damn cat. I thought I was busted for a second. I was so scared, like praise Jesus that I was not caught. So, my friend, I make pancakes for me and my friend. We eat them. And that's my story, and we did not get caught. We were this close to getting caught. This close. But I hope you guys like the story. Happy New Year's Eve. And I hope you guys have an amazing day.